welcome. I'm Brianna and this is my life on paper. This is day 4 and I am participating in Christy's Beautiful Life series, 30 Days of Sketches. This series, Christy is doing the best of 30-day sketches. This sketch, as you will have seen at the beginning of the video, is by Susan Stringfellow for Sketch Savvy. This one gave me a little bit more trouble than the first 3, just took me a little bit longer. I struggled with the papers. I started off with some papers, and I'll show you the kind of the scraps. I love to work from scraps. This is kind of what I've heard on YouTube is the year of the scrap, but I have these and there's 2 different ones. There's this pattern paper as well as this one. They're super old, from close to my heart. I used to be a consultant over 10 years ago, and I want to use up some of those scraps. So I got these out and I cut them up, and actually I started off with a white piece of paper. That's what I started with, and that was going to work okay. I don't always work with white, but I do like to work with white. And I put the papers down, or put the pictures down. These are pictures of my daughter, still doing pictures of my daughter and her friends on their spring break trip. And what I wanted to do was go with like a dusty rose. This is a little bit too pink, but this is as close as I could find, and I sprinkled those in. Then after deciding maybe I wanted a different background other than the pink, I tried out this piece of paper, which I really like. So then we went this direction. Same papers, just not white, and the blue. And I really liked it. I like this paper with the photos, but I wasn't feeling it. And I finally decided to take that dusty rose out and even the blue out, and I liked it better. But when I dug into, I have a Creative Memories paper pack, and the collection is called Picture Perfect Travels. And I found this piece of paper, and it just brought it all together, and I really like it. So we've got the same papers there. We took out the pink and the blue. I actually, at this point, I think I added some more of the beige colors. And I'll kind of get the different ones. And the other thing for this that's different than the sketch, you'll notice, is I'm using the 3, and it's really created a big picture cluster. They had a 4x6 with matte, so I went with this. I wanted to bring that dark blue color in, and instead of doing a cattywampus, I did go ahead and made it symmetrical and all the way around the paper. You totally could do it like they did it and kind of alter it, and especially actually using scrap pieces of paper. But this is the way I did it, and I like the way it turned out. I have another piece of paper that I might use in there, and it might be like a cattywampus, or maybe it'll just be an extra little frame on the corner there. Then there's a circle down in the corner, so I did cut with my Cricut a circle to go underneath here. I really enjoy my Cricut. I use it on almost every layout. I know some people say it's hard to use. I think for me, it sits out on my desk. It's very super easy for me to use. I can make things bigger, I can make things smaller, and I can use all my scraps of paper. So I really, it's kind of my go-to thing. The other thing that I'm doing differently than the sketch, because I have this big cluster or photo base, is some of these are they're gonna be going off the paper a lot instead of sitting inwards towards the sun, or towards more in the paper. I found this in my stash. It is just a dark piece of it's a little embellishment that has a little bit of that green color on it. And the reason for the green color is it's sprinkled out throughout the background. But then this is also a title from Creative Memories Picture Perfect Travels. And I want to use that title up there. The other thing I found in my stash is this was a cut apart. So I've cut that apart. I thought it went nicely with that brown and it brings a little bit of craft in. And because I brought the craft in over there, I did make a camera out of the craft color, and I backed it with that beige color. And then the other thing that it's missing is something to go in the middle there. It really needs something to go in the middle. And what I found I had is these cardstock basic shapes from Ellie Studio. And so I probably will use a heart, but there's a lot of different shapes. So I'm going to try those out, put one of those in there. And it kind of brings that green color from up there, but it's kind of in the background too. And it's a softer shade of this color here. So we'll do that. The other thing I want to remind you is I continue to work with the scrapbook group, Bash Your Scrapbook Stash. And so I'm working, it's like bingo, it's called Basho. I will link it below. You can't get in on the prizes any longer, but you certainly can play along. They give you a whole bunch of prompts. You can pick what you want, put them where you want. I'm going to use the 3 photo layout for today's. So that is that. I am going to pause and I will be right back. Welcome back. So I completed it and it looks pretty much like you saw it before. The one thing that I ran into that I wasn't really anticipating was I didn't pay attention to how long the strips were. So I actually cut them out at different lengths very nicely. It took me a while. And then with the size of my picture, it covered up that. So I let it peek out a little bit on top to hope to give the look of that, you know, they're short. I was going to do that on the bottom. I totally don't have room. So I do like the way it looks. I love the colors. There's room for journaling. I did use the heart stamp sticker, cardstock sticker from Ellie Studio. So that's there, a little bit of color down there. And that's really it. So if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And comments. I'm looking for comments. Did you like what you saw? Is there something else you would like to see? I want to know what you're thinking. So this is day 4, and I should see you soon for day 5. Thank you so much, and have a great day.